Okay, man. Hello, how y'all doing, Cowboy Nation? I was just on live, man, with with a live show. Can we give Dak? Can our front office, our fan base, our front office, and our team give Dak Prescott what I see in Josh Allen? You uh if you check in on here, I'm just doing this so you can get back. Again, this is why I need y'all help with using that cash app until I get monetized to send donations to try to help with the uplift of this channel to make sure I can get the equipment so I don't be losing screens like that. I was on YouTube and not on this on my Riverside base where sometimes Riverside can save a live stream for me when I have a bad connection or my computer start acting crazy. But I was cooking on that last time, and I'm not gonna stay on here long. I just wanted to come to give the ending part. If you watching this and you just viewing this for the first time, and you see where it said, "Can we give Dak what we get what Josh Allen has?" Go back to my watch list and see the last video I had just before this about, and I explained about it's this fan base and this fan base and this front office and this team gonna give and see what I see with Josh Allen right now. Josh Allen has a confidence in him that he knows he can win games other than just with him. There's no Superman cape on him. The team believes that they have other ways they can win. Josh's ego is now tapered now that he doesn't have to be the man in every play. He picks his shots. There's going to be games. He's going to be great. It's going to be games. He's going to do something, but that makes him a better quarterback because he has that. You can see the confidence in him. You can see the relaxedness in him. His fan base understands that Josh Allen doesn't have to be Superman. They understand that Cook can be the guy on his running game. He understand that they can downgrade a receiver and still be productive because they don't have to have divas out there that need the ball. They just need guys to make plays. The defense understand that it's a part about us to be able to keep this game intact. Can we give him that? Can our front office give him that? Can our fan base give him that? The confidence to say it's not all about you and to be okay with it. And not come out and say, oh, well, you're getting paid so and so, it should be on him. He's got to be that. Can our fan base get to a point that we're not trying to prove to everybody that our quarterback is good? That's what I think Josh Allen got now more than anything else. And some people say the MVP, but he's got a confidence now I can see that he don't have to prove to people he's good. He knows he's good. So he don't have to go out there and prove it every play. And where did that confidence start? The change in Josh Allen started the Dallas Cowboy game 2 years ago when they ran for 200 yards against it, and he had to have a very pedestrian game, and he won. And from that point on, they went undefeated, and he's been a different quarterback. This is the same thing that they give Jalen Hurts. You see that in Jalen Hurts play. Everybody want to talk about the running back. No. Think about it. The defense, the teams give Jalen Hurts that supreme confidence. Like, I don't have to prove to everybody that I can throw it for 400 yards and complete 70% of my passes and have a Superman cape on every game to win. No. I don't have to prove to everybody what my salary is. Same thing they give to Lamar Jackson. Now, what you're starting to see the pressure back on who? Pat Mahomes. Because he had gotten into that flow like, I don't have to. But now he's starting to press. And that just don't work well. That's what teams do. Other ways to win it. And everybody takes the accountability to win it. Can we give Dak Prescott? And I want you to go back, and I keep saying that for people who's coming into the building, people who are going to pick up this feed is going to fall into their feed, and they're going to say, okay, I see Coach, and he seems like he's starting off from where did the other stuff at? Go back into my watch party, the video I have for that. Can we give Dak with the front office, with the can we give Dak, can the fan base, the front office, and the team give Dak Prescott what I see in Josh Allen? And let me explain. I was cooking on that, and I'm doing that now to finish, because you're going to see that video abruptly. The live stream went, my live screen just went dead on me, and I lost it. So I wanted to come back because it's very important. So these two videos together is going to explain exactly what I'm saying. So go back into my watch party. As when you go back to watching my watch party, please like and comment, subscribe, and share. Share the other part if you go in there, and share this part, because it's a very important question, man. Can, as a fan base, understand that we need other things, and it's okay for us to win the game with defense. It's okay for us to win a big game with a running game. It's okay that we have some other people take the load. Is it okay for my front office to say, hey, we don't care about what we're paying Dak. We want other areas to be bold enough to be able to win it. It's our team going to stop hiding behind the curtain of Dak Prescott and say, oh, man, Dak can have a good game or not. We're going to win this. Because that's what I see in Josh Allen now, man. I see a guy, and that's not saying he's not going to have bad games, but I see a guy that got supreme confidence, and his team got supreme confidence, because now he knows it's not all about me. And I'm not saying Dak don't feel that way. I'm not saying Dak is selfish, but we have surrounded him with selfish thinking. And let me unpack what I mean by that. Our fan base is surrounding him and saying, oh, it's about Dak. How far are we going to go? Is he a championship quarterback? The media, the outside media, I ain't asked them to give him anything. They're surrounding him with those same expectations. Do you think in this last week or so, they're setting him up? Yeah, are. They're setting him up. They're setting him up with such high praise. They started to give him so much praise where it's going to be, and they know that our team is not playing that well. So if our team is not playing that well, eventually, guess what? Dak is not going to play that well. And when that happens, they're going to put everything on Dak Prescott. And guess what? Our fan base, what I'm saying is, we're going to fall into that trap. But what we need to do is look at our total team and says what areas we need to get better as a team. This is what the organization, the fan base, the organization, the team gives Jalen Hurts. Where he don't have to be elite status, but he wins. This is where the organization and the fan base and the team gives Josh Allen. Can we give that to Dak? And once Dak feels that, and figures that out, he's going to be just like Josh Allen. His game is going to be good, but it's going to go to another level and less stressful. It's going to add years to his career. It's going to add a youthfulness to his game. I want to see Dak. When I keep saying, I always say it about throwing to the running backs. I want Dak to get to a point where he says no incompletions. If it's not, I don't want him. I'm starting, and let me tell you something, because some people are gonna say, "Well, Coach, are you talking bad about Dak?" But let me see what I have. Tell you what I have seen in when I went back and watched the game, the Philly game, and I went back and watched the Giants game. And let me tell you what I feel that I see that's telling me that Dak is pressing a little bit. Too many tight window throws. There's a lot of throws that don't turn into picks that shouldn't have gone. It's like I'm trying to make the play. I'm pressing a little bit. I'm pressing to get the ball to a guy. I'm pressing a little bit because I'm trying to get. I'm pressing where there may be another completion that is an easier completion with lesser results. That's, and I'm saying this. Last week I was so apropos by saying that about the safeties, and I'm not getting on that safety thing today, but I'm saying this on Friday. He needs to get to the point where we just need to get first downs and not press to be trying to be the man, because it will get you in trouble. And when is our team going to say, "Hey, Dak, hold up, bro. You ain't got to squeeze it to CeeDee Lamb. You ain't got to squeeze it to Pickens. Take the pass to Williams. If it's fourth down, we're gonna get the ball back. We got one of the better punters out here. We're gonna cover the punt. We're gonna get the ball back, and it's about us." I see that same thing in Jordan Love. Yeah. He's got a confidence now in saying, "Hey, man, if I don't score on a possession, our defense is good enough to win this thing." Last year, they built that confidence. He said, "I can hand the ball off." When a quarterback gets that confidence that says, "I got more ways to win, and we're going to make plays other places," it takes pressure off of them, and they make more plays. Not in volume, but in the right times. Are we going to give Dak that? Are we going to give the grace to Dak from a fan base? Are we going to give Dak the grace we're going to give or give him that from a front office perspective to do what they need to do to be productive and win it another way? I always say one thing about Philly, and I hate Philly. But I would say this about Philly, and I've said this on our live stream, on our live stream before, and some people who've been in here probably not hearing me say it on our live stream. And I said this on our live stream one time before, and I said this when I said it about Philly. I said I respect Philadelphia in this way. And I respect that fan. And this is where I can say their fan base, and this is just the truth. With Philly fan base, with Philly front office, and then Philly team gave what I'm trying to say we need to give Josh Allen's gotten, and what we can give to Dak. And let me unpack. This is why this is very important for you to share this and to tell people the importance of it. This is very important to what I'm about to say. Listen to me. And I hope this gets out there. First of all, the front office. Their front office was to say, we're going to pay, at that time, we made him the highest paid quarterback in the league. And we got a lot of money invested into the quarterback. But their front office says, we're going to invest money into a running back, and we're probably going to turn the lion's share of the offense over to the running back. Do you know how much that they gave their quarterback? They say, we know you the highest paid player on this team. We know you got an extremely big salary, but we're going to bring somebody in that may be the focal point of the offense that's going to be making less than you to help you do your thing. Where the Giants let Barkley go because they had invested into Danny Dimes, that they say they weren't going to invest into Barkley because they had put too much money into the quarterback. But Philly said, no, we're going to give our quarterback supreme confidence and give him something so he can make plays and not have to go outside what he does well. Hey man, that takes a lot, man. That takes a whole lot. Y'all don't know how much that takes out. That's the front office giving just what I said that the front office is doing, because the front office from Buffalo signed Cook to a nice deal, and some offensive line, they downgraded with receiver to say, you ain't got to worry about it. We're going to upgrade on offensive line and running game to give you something that's going to help you be you, Josh Allen. The Baltimore Ravens said, we're going to sign Derrick Henry. You're going to still be MVP, Lamar Jackson. You're still going to be the faces of it, but we're going to sign somebody that maybe get the focal point of the offense to make you be you and better at you. That's your front office giving you what you need to take the pressure off of you. Now, they understand that your value, and they pay because that's the way the position supposed to be paid. But they're going to get the best out of you because we're going to put the right things around you to get the best out of you. And we're not going to worry about how much we're paying you. What? We don't know how. Listen, man, if you got a job where they say they want you at the job, they're paying you well, but they put you around some of the best people that surrounding you for you to get your job done, you can't. Now you're going to be able to be top notch, but they ain't worried about saying, oh, you should carry the logo. We paying you so much. They're going to make sure you're successful. That's what the front office did when I talk about Philly. And I hate to say that, but that's the truth. The second thing, what did the fan base give him? Give Philly. Give Jalen Hurts. The fan base start chanting the thing. They accepted Barkley and they accepted them running for 2,000 yards and didn't even get on the point that he had games. Jalen Hurts had games with 176 yards or 100, or didn't even throw the ball as much. They didn't care. Then they start crying about, well, you know, the quarterback got to be the best on the field. Well, you know, he get paid, all that. They didn't cry about when he didn't have a good game. No. They cheered when he made plays because they understood that, hey, that makes him better. When he's trying to press, he was turning the ball over. Now he ain't turning the ball over as much. The fan base was chanting, run the ball. We don't chant that. No, and nor the organization also did. I left this out because I don't want to make you think it's just about Barkley. The organization said, we don't like the defense that we had. They went out and spent money to bring Fangio over here, and they paid for whatever assistance that he wanted. Some of those assistants are high-paid assistants. And they took that and they built a defense to make a defense good enough to it. Now the quarterback don't feel the pressure to be pressing, and now he's playing even better. He has supreme confidence. You can see it, and it's hard to beat. Now, what the team gave Jalen Hurts? Brown, Devontae Smith say, hey, our numbers going down, but we getting more jewelry. See, Brown and Devontae Adams going to be known more for winning a Super Bowl than they will be known for having great stats in a year. They got something that a lot of people ain't got. They got a Super Bowl championship. So the team gave Jalen Hurts the ability to know, say, hey, man, we can win this on defense. Because in the Super Bowl, they didn't win on offense. They got a pick six. They got another interception that brought all that sacks. They control the game defensively. They'll control the game defensively to Barkley didn't even run the ball, but they kept giving it to Barkley. Then they allowed Jalen Hurts to make some plays here and there. And they gave him the MVP, but Jalen Hurts knows the MVP was the whole team. And this team gave him confidence that they can win this thing. See, this is what I'm saying. Are we going to give Dak? Are we going to give Dak the three levels that what the Philly gave and Baltimore give their quarterback? And Kansas City as well. And Buffalo. From the fan base to the front office to the team. Are we going to take the responsibility for, as a fan base, to cheer the whole team and to ask for betterment in the whole team, to know that we can win it without our quarterback having the best of games? Are we going, front office is going to say, hey, we want the defense to win it. We want, hey, if this ain't the running game after the first 5 games, I always say give it 5 games. If we got somebody that can make it even better, is this coaching staff going to let Dak understand that, hey, man, we can win a game being physical. It's all right to check down. Because we don't want you pressing, because pressing going to get you in trouble. And what I saw in him, see, they praising it. And see, I'm not saying Dak is playing bad. And listen to me good. Boy, I'm giving y'all some nuggets here, man. Listen, if you ain't subscribed to me and you ain't come into this area, because I guarantee you I'm giving you stuff that nobody, it's ahead of the curve. I wish I had the equipment. Hey man, cash at me, because I'm gonna give you some quality content when I go to Dallas. I just need to upgrade my stuff. But I'm finna give you a nugget here, man. When I watch the last two games, I'm watching Dak play well, but I'm watching a lot of press throws. And that's going to get us in trouble. And why they're press throws? Because I don't know, even though we're running the ball, but I don't know how much he believes that a running game can win the game. See, this is what Lou and Boss Cowboy are trying to push. Now, I hope Lou and Boss Cowboy, somebody say, hey, man, tune into Coach Marv. He says something in benefit to y'all and y'all push. What they're trying to do is, yes, they're trying to get they believe in John Williams. They say he's being good, but they feel that you could upgrade if you could get your hands on they say number one back. I can't say Williams can't be a number one back, but they can get a double tandem where Dak has to realize that, hey, man, I got some dogs back there. I don't have to be this game with my arm. And when your quarterback can go into a game and say, hey, man, we're going to bloody y'all nose, man. You can't stop these running backs I got. I don't have to win the game. And once he starts getting that type of confidence, once the team starts believing that they can win it other ways, folks, you get close to Super Bowl ready. But teams that think they only can win one way and by one or two people, they're not Super Bowl ready. But when a team starts to think that way, once Dak starts to say, hey, man, I don't have the defense can win this, man. I don't have to go out there and have Superman cape. Sometimes I can put it on here and then I can take it off. I could be Batman. I could be Robin. I just got to be good. I don't have to be great. There's going to be times that I'm going to be great. And understand, whenever it comes to a point, Dak, you still going to get the credit. They're going to still say you're great. Josh Allen can throw for 100. Jalen Hurts can throw for 107. His average yardage in the playoff is less than 200 yards, probably a little barely than 200 yards. He can throw for 176 yards, barely 100 yards, and they're going to say, man, what a great game. He went to a game against us and didn't throw the ball over 10 yards one time in the air. And people say he used his legs. Well, he used his legs and made completions. And none of his passes was in harm's way. None of his passes gave the defense any feeling that they were going to get an interception. That's what I'm saying. And listen to me good. I've seen the tape on him. I watched the games live. There has been a lot of passes that have been too tight of a windows. I spoke on this in the game on the live that these we throwing balls when guys are right on the receiver. Maybe the check down might have been better. Reason why I say that is when you start pressing, you're gonna get in trouble with that. You can't live on the edge with NFL players, defensive players, man, because they come back to bite you. And this is where the Schottenheimer and this team got to say in film when they watch it and say, Dak, you ain't need to do that. Go here. Check it down. We got your back. And this is what I'm talking about Boss and Lou are trying to say. They're trying to say, let's give him the confidence if we could get another top back for him to say, hey, I can, listen, man, I got some bad boys. I got fire and I got thunder and lightning. I got some bad boys. I ain't got to always check out this run play because I'm going to get what I need to get out of this. And then what that does gives the confidence to the offensive line. That gives the confidence to the team that we got other ways to win. And then the defense got to come along. Then your quarterback starts talking to the defense and say, hey, man, I need y'all to win this for me. Now, the emphasis gets on the whole team. And then you don't care about what the media say because now you circle the wagons of knowing, and you don't care who they blame. But it's a setup because, see, the media sees these tight window throws. The media sees the almost interceptions. And they start pumping it up because they understand if they can take the focus off and put it on Dak, listen to me good now. If they can start making it seem like Dak is having the MVP season and they can get your offense to be pushed more to throwing the ball and forgetting about Javonte Williams, forgetting about getting a running back because you feel you all right because your quarterback is at MVP level, they understand that that's going to have some flaws. And once it gets the flaws, guess what they're going to say? Dak ain't no good. And it's all about that. It's all Dak's fault. Set up, man. And this is what Lou and Boss Cowboy are trying to tell y'all, man. Think about upgrading your running game. Think about doing those things. Give ourselves other ways to win. Let our quarterback get confident to know that he got some dogs that can win. I ain't saying Javonte Williams can't do it, but if I can add some more dogs, yes, I don't want to have a dog that he got to wait on that maybe have a problem with getting in the playbook. At this particular time, if I can add a veteran, a guy that's a good, that understands, that's hungry to win, let's do that. But I know you got to be smart in how you train. I ain't going to get no first-round draft pick to no guys, right? And I know people going to tax us, but if you open a business, that's what I'm saying. Because are we going to give our quarterback what the Ravens give, what the front office, with the fan base, the front office, and the team gives Lamar Jackson? What the fan base, the front office, and the team gives Josh Allen? What the fan base, the front office, and the team gives Jalen Hurts? That type of support. Are we going to push for them to give us other ways to win football games? Or are we going to just sit back and say, well, the quarterback getting paid so-and-so is all on? Because Buffalo don't do that. And their quarterback, he may not be making the same amount per year when they want to talk about what the average is per year. But I already told you, you take the guaranteed and divide it by the years is real average. But guess what? Josh Allen contract is the richest in the league because it's the most guaranteed money in anybody. Lamar Jackson's got a big contract himself and about to come up on another one because he went up a 4-year deal. Jalen Hurts' contract is big, and he may not be with he's gonna be making some bank on the back end because they're holding a lot of money on the back end. So it's going to even get even bigger. Are we going to give him that to build that confidence for him to be even better? Some people say when you buy a car, and I'm finna end on this. Some people say when you buy a car, and some people gonna say, well, you don't, when you get big time cars, you don't put no rims on it. But sometimes people get a bigger car and they still add some accessories, right? They still add some accessories. And we Go back and check. If you just tuning in here, man, I want you to go back and watch this video from the beginning, and go back and watch my other video. My live stream broke on me, but the other video I got this right before this is in my playlist. We gonna give Dak with the fan base, the front office, and our team gonna give Dak what I see that he gave Josh Allen. Check that out, man, because I need you guys, all these guys in my life that follow me. I need y'all to promote this, man, because we're being set up. And I'm not saying nothing bad about Dak, but Dak is being set up. They're promoting Dak and talk about how well he's playing and giving him MVP status play when our team is not playing that well right now. What do you think is going to happen if our team continues to play like this? It's going to have some problems. We're going to lose some games, and then they're going to blame Dak. And when I watch film, Dak is playing very good, but he's pressing with a lot of tight throws. Are we going to give him the confidence that he doesn't have to do it all by himself? Is this front office going to do that? Is the fan base going to do that? Because they have done it for the fan base, did it for all the other teams, all the other quarterbacks. I said they don't care as long as they win. The front office has done it for all these other quarterbacks I talked about. And the team has a supreme confidence to say, hey, man, it's not all on you. And guess what? The quarterbacks in those teams are still getting it. And yes, listen, Devontae Williams has 5 games. I always say the first quarter, but you got to understand this guy has been out. Now, can he get an increased load? I need somebody else. I don't think Miles Sanders is the guy that's back in the middle. I don't think Miles might be getting a little bit better, but I don't think. And I can't listen. I think Blue can play. But if he has a maturity thing going on right now, do we think that maturity thing is going to sustain and when it gets into the rough situations? But if we can add an A-Chain or a guy from New Orleans because they're going on a fire sale, that's going to be a guy that's going to be top notch. I know no greatness, but listen, this is the reason I'm going back over this. I need Dak to feel that, hey, man, I got a dog back here. And I like Devontae, but I need him to feel like, say, hey, man, y'all check this out. I ain't got to throw for 300 yards. These guys right here can, if we put these 2 guys back in, we can win this game. And listen, I could chill. That's what Josh Allen is saying with his running game now. You can see it. That he's like, it ain't about me. I can win in other ways. But your quarterback got to feel that. I don't think, even though Devontae Williams is doing well, I still don't think, and nobody talked about this angle, I still don't think Dak trusts that Devontae Williams can win him a game. And that's no slander to Dak. Why should he? What skins on the wall that Devontae Williams have that make him feel that I can turn this game over to him? And I keep telling you, Josh Allen play changed when the Dallas Cowboy game 2 years ago, when Cooks ran for all those yards against us, and he just in a big telecast game when they needed to win all the games to win the division, and in that game he could pick, but Josh Allen played pedestrian, and they won a big game. And from that game on, he's been playing MVP level status because the pressure was off. Because he knew that he had sometimes had to put a cape on, but he knew that he had other ways to win. And his team has been playing different because they understood that he didn't have to be super for them to win. Now, some people might disagree with what I said. I always tell people, when you disagree with what I say, look back to it, because I'm always give you scenarios, and I'm going to always give you where I'm coming from and how I'm coming from. I'm going to always give you context of what I'm saying. And I'm not saying that I'm always right. But if I have a point, I can explain my point. And if you can explain your point, sometimes I say, I never say I'm always right. But I can always say this. Everything has to have a logical part to it. And Josh Allen has been a different quarterback when he had a lesser game against the Cowboys. It propelled him to being a better quarterback, because then his team, his coach, his fan base saw that it didn't have to all be about him. And when are we going to give Dak that? That's what Lou and Boss Cowboy are talking about when we talk about getting a 1-2 punch that Dak can feel, that I can turn the keys over to this group in a game. It might be a big game. I could turn these keys over to these guys. See, once you get that way, hey, man, and your team get that way, then you become Super Bowl ready, baby. That's when you become Super Bowl ready. And I don't think Dak got that feeling he could turn over to Devontae Williams yet. And listen, why? And I say it again, why should he have that feeling? You see what I'm saying, DeReal? If you still out there, you see what I'm saying? Should he? If you add a back that's got a little skins on the wall with Devontae Williams, and now you got a feared running attack, now Dak can say, hey, man, we can win it, but why should he? What has, Devontae Williams ever won a game? Has he ever been that guy? And listen here, that's the same thing that Philly quarterback Jalen Hurts had it. When he started to see that guy was the guy. And see, this is what I'm saying about the O-line. When you have a running back and you start to feel that, hey, we can win the game, when your offensive line feel that they can dominate and win the game running the ball and not just our quarterback making passes, right? It's all about a mindset, the real. People think football is about physicality. Mindset is more than anything. And I always say this. Your players get a feel about what they can do, how you going to go about winning. If you're going to give them the feeling that running is going to be important and we can win the game of running, they're going to be less, dominant with it. But if they feel that way, I'm telling you, man, you can get them to feel that way. Then, now they know that, hey, man, we can win the game with a run. And they're going to feel that way when they get a guy and they see the talent with Javon Williams and another very talented guy, when they say, we don't even have to do as much, and this guy's going to get out of there and get it done. But I just don't think Miles Sanders, Devontae Williams, and I said 5 games, but I just don't think Miles Sanders is that guy, that 1-2 punch. And I would love to see Blue, but if you got a problem with how you prepare, usually that don't change in a year. That has to come when the training camp, you get all that. So yes, this is the mindset. And I got to get Dak into the mindset. Man, y'all go back and watch my videos when I talk about what we need from Dak. Back in there, I say, listen, he has to believe that the run game is important and we can win the game, and that the run game is going to make his job easier. He has to believe that. But if he don't, he's got to trust it. And the more you give him, you trust it. Now I see my other guys are coming on, man. But listen, man, I don't want to overlap there because a lot of my people are gonna go and they're gonna follow the preview of the guys talking about Chicago. I didn't say too much about Chicago because it's about us. And with the same rules apply of gangster and win on the road. I'm gonna post that gangster and win on the road on Twitter. On Twitter, the same thing about gangster and win. This is it changed. I may come back on tomorrow and talk about those things when you go on the road. But I wanted us to make sure we talked about that. Are we gonna give that? Because I saw that last night in Josh Allen, and I wondered if we gonna give it. I had a discussion with somebody, and I wondered if we gonna give that to our quarterback. That from the fan base, from the front office to the team. Are we gonna give that type of confidence to our quarterback? Are we gonna give that type of support to say we can win in multiple ways? Are we going to take the full pressure off of him and then allow him to be great? Because Josh Allen game changed the night that they ran for 200 and some yards against us and beat us in a big time game because everybody was talking about that game and they needed to go on and run. And that was the start of their run to win the games. They needed to win the division. And from that game on, Josh Allen been playing MVP level. And it ain't all been about his stats. The calmness. And from that point on, the team understood that they had another way to win it. And the organization said, hey, we're going to pay our running back. And we're going to pay some offensive linemen to be run blockers. And we're going to downgrade our receiving room. We're going to get better tight ends. We're going to be able to block, and we're going to allow the receivers to make plays, but we're not going to stack it with receivers to make it all on Josh. We're going to be multiple, but we know Josh is going to have to be Superman sometime. The exact same thing that the Baltimore Ravens have done for Lamar Jackson. They allow him to be who he is, and they're giving him the things to say, you don't have to have it all on you, and you're still going to be an MVP. The exact same thing that the Philadelphia Eagles is doing for Jalen Hurts. They paid Jalen Hurts and then brought in a running back to be the focal point of the offense. And the offense and his teammates accepted it. And then they built their defense to be solid so they can allow Jalen Hurts to do what he does to be best and not worry about trying to prove he's worth every dollar. When he proves it is in victories and Super Bowl rings. We're going to be able to do that? Is our fan base going to be able to live with that and turn that over and try to get this team to get better in all areas and put pressure for this team to win games and not this quarterback? Is our front office going to have the heart enough to say, let's give this team other ways to win? Is this team going to be believing that they can win it without Dak having the greatest game? And it's Dak. Are we going to give Dak something maybe in this running game where he's going to be confident enough to say, I can give the keys to these running backs because they can win the game? But I don't think he's gotten that way with Javonte Williams. And it's going to take 5 games. And it's going to take a game for Javonte to show him that he can be the workload passing and running for him to believe it. But why should he believe in the Javonte? What skins Javonte got on the wall for him to believe that? And remember what I said about the media. They're pushing Dak now to say he's on MVP status. Cowboy Nation, let's be real honest about this. When you watch the games, you see a lot of tight throws. You see a lot of throws that could have been in. This is not no disclaimer that's saying Dak is not playing good ball. But we can still see when they're praising our quarterback and our team is not really playing well, what you think is going to happen with the quarterback play? It's not going to sustain that because a quarterback can't sustain the team not playing well. and continue to play well. Because what it's going to do is start him to press. And when he starts to press, that's going to cause problems. That's going to cause maybe turnovers. That's going to cause even poor play. Because the stress level is going to go up. And when that happens with a quarterback, there's only bad things that happen. And the media knows this. So why are you praising the quarterback when your team is not really playing well? They know that. It's all a setup, the praise, so they can bust the balloon when we falter. And then they blame it on Dak, and then our fan base will go all on Dak and leave the team alone and then say it's all about Dak. Team people are going to win this championship. The sum of the parts. And remember what I said earlier. A quarterback can become MVP when the people are surrounding him have career years. When the sum of the people around him have their best and they start to believe that they're the most important part in winning, it just pushes the quarterback up into a level to be MVP. But if the sum of the people around the quarterback, all eyes are on the quarterback saying it's all about the quarterback for the win, he'll never win. He'll falter in the biggest moments. And we'll blame him, and it's not his fault. It's the team fault. Are we going to give Dak Prescott what Josh Allen gets? What the Jalen Hurts gets? What Lamar Jackson get? Are we going to give him that support from the fan base, the front office, and our team? Until next time, man, thank y'all for watching me. Again, like, comment, subscribe. My Cash App is in the chat, man. This is not just for me to go on trip. This is for me to try to upgrade. I'm getting tired of, man, with my equipment losing the screen. I need to try to get me an upgrade with my equipment so I not lose the screen. I can give y'all better content, a better camera, so I can give you a clear picture, man. So all the things that come. I'm close to being monetized by my viewing hours. I need to try to get up to 1,000 subscribers. Yes, Coach Marv is not doing bad. For the short period, I think, man, I'm almost at 600 subscribers, man. Never thought that I have that amount. And I'm almost close to the viewing hours. This is going to help. But when you watch this video, go back to the last video that abruptly cut off. That was I stressed that point, and I stressed it even more on the second video. So there's 2 videos out there that talks about that same thing, man. And please share that. Please, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe to Coach Marv and follow me. Go to my playlist and watch all the videos in there because everything stacks on everything. Go out and support my other guys, man, because they're pushing ideas, as I said, man, to make this team better so we can have more ways to win. That is the key to this whole thing, to get to be Super Bowl contenders and Super Bowl ready. And like I said, man, the Cash App is there. If you want to support the channel, please use the Cash App. Hopefully by next week, we're going to be monetized on a way where we can do just the super chats, and then I'll be able to get your comments in there. If you do $1, $2, and we can probably get those super chats, you can support the channel in that way. But we always support the channel with Cash App. The Cash App is the best way to support the channel. And put a comment in the Cash Apps, man, because I want to make sure that, man, I understand that my fan base, man, and people who have sent me stuff, that, hey, we are together, man. We're only going to try to push these ideas. Coach Marv Real Talk is always going to give you some other perspectives that a lot of other people are not going to get. And hopefully you're going to learn a lot about football when you come into this live stream, man. But I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all all together, man. And like I said, man, Cowboy Nation, Cowboy fans, Cowboy coaches, Cowboy players, get your mind on your work. And let's get ready for Chicago. Until next time.